Welcome back. We are joined with friend of the show, April Sins with Rouses. Thanks so much for being here.
I have to take stock of everything that's going on here.
Yes, definitely take stock.
I've been
The
sitting on
puns are
that for so long.
flying.
I love it. I love it. I love
You're
a
putting
good,
on the Ritz with all the
crackers.
I am putting on
You
the
putting on
Ritz.
the Ritz?
I'm
I mean,
sorry,
all the
carry
crackers.
on.
He's on
It's
a
over.
roll.
It's
Oh
over.
my
Go
gosh.
on.
April, you're helping
So
us.
many good ones. Yeah, so what we're talking about today is soup. And
Okay.
so I think it's really good to think about creative ways that we can take like a regular can of soup and then make it into something else. Maybe make it more nutritious, maybe make it a little bit less sodium. So a lot of people this time of year are looking for ways to sort of cut calories, maybe eat a little healthier. So a lot of times soup, you know, people think of soups and salads.
Absolutely.
So one thing you have to look for on soup, though, is when you look at a can of soup, most of the time there's actually 2 servings in the can, which can be
That's how they
about
get you.
about 1,500 milligrams of sodium in a whole can.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking at is stretching that soup, kind of decreasing the value of the sodium, but incorporating more vegetables. So I'm going to show you how to make a chicken noodle soup by using
chicken
a
noodle.
can of soup.
Okay.
And what I love about this is some people don't know how to maybe start off the recipe, and this gives you a great start.
Like a base.
This is like a good, think of it as like a kit, soup kit, okay?
All right.
So we have just a regular can of soup. I didn't get anything that was like lower or anything, just a regular can of soup.
Okay.
And so this can of soup in the whole can has about over 1,600 milligrams of sodium. Now,
that's a
just to
lot.
give you a reference, in a whole day, 2,300 milligrams is the
That's
amount
like
that we
more
have
than
in a day.
half
Yes.
of your daily intake.
Over
I'm sure
half.
we get salt in pretty much everything we eat.
Yes, yes. So it is good to look at that value on there. Now, I did drain these already. This is a can of carrots. And so I'm going to add the whole can of carrots. And then when you add broth, I recommend to get the unsalted broth because that's going to not add the salt on top. It's just going to give you the flavor. So I'm going to add about 2 cups of broth to this. And basically, with adding all of these ingredients to this soup, this is actually going to decrease the sodium by 75%.
Wow.
I'm also going to be able to feed 4 to 6 people.
I was going to say, too, I feel like it stretches that can
Yeah.
for more meals, too.
Oh, big time. So with this, I made this whole bowl and I served 2 bowls out for y'all to be able to try.
I'm excited.
And then you could also add some flavors to it. I usually get like a garlic and herb with no salt in it and just add a dash of that. And then I also like some minced onions and some bay leaves. So think about things that you can add without
flavor.
added sodium.
April's going to be here with all of the soup tips for us, how we
Ooh,
can
I can
really
already smell
extend
it.
that dollar and be healthier at the same time. But Adam, you have a look at the forecast.
Yeah, you know, nothing better than to just sit over a piping hot bowl of soup on a cold day.
Welcome back. We're talking about ways you can make soup healthier, canned soup specifically.
And now if you are like me and have no brain today, and I just sat here and asked, hey, I see that you have chicken stock,
He goes,
but
"Oh,
you
what's
also
the
have
beef
stock. Are we going to add that in the chicken noodle soup?
We're going to
Answer is-
make a beef one. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So you know what's great about that is it's super, right?
That's
So
a good one.
It's super.
It is very super.
That
All
is,
right.
that is Adam level.
Oh,
was
not
very
quite,
good.
not quite. I'm getting there. Adam.
She's learning
So
well.
this beef soup, what do we need?
So we're going to basically do similar to what we did with the chicken. Is we're going to add to it. So we're going to start with a basic soup. So Adam, if you want to pour that in there,
Sure.
you're more than welcome.
And
to.
now
Don't
this is-
spill.
I promise. I won't. I know I turn my
Slow
stuff
and
upside
steady.
down. But this is going to be a lot heartier too, right?
Yes, so you're going to have your beef and your vegetables, but the same idea as with the chicken is we're going to add some more vegetables to it.
Okay.
We're going to be adding some more beef broth. So we're decreasing the sodium amount in it. So
Chunky
basically,
beef
whenever
vegetable.
you look at your soup, look at those as like sort of a kit of what else can I add. So just take what they already have in there and add more of it. So
Okay.
you can add more
That's smart,
carrots
though.
if you want. You can, and I have some green beans. I have
Now,
corn.
You
right
were
here.
speaking my language here because
love
I am
corn and green
a sucker
beans.
for both corn and green beans.
Perfect. And
Corn
so
and
we can
soup.
add that to the soup. And what's great about
See,
it
Taylor, I
is
didn't make a
those
mess.
are those are
proud of you.
actually no salt added cans
Really?
as well. So I did drain those already.
okay. Just let it go.
Don't
Well,
add
there was
the
one
juice
left in
from
there.
the
I didn't want
can,
it to be alone.
just the vegetables from the can. And what's great about soup, and we're going to add half of that box
There's still
of
more.
beef broth.
I love Adam. I had to like,
It's
just
still
let
in
it
there.
go. He's like, I don't want it to be alone.
Like there's
The most Adam thing
they're
I've
so
heard.
happy.
They're so
Okay.
happy together in there. Yes, and so we're going to add about 2 cups.
I'm gonna get these guys out.
Beef broth while Adam's working on getting
We
the
have a
corn
minute.
out. And now, what I love about soup is a lot of times if you boil a vegetable,
go.
a lot of times you throw the water off. What I love
Yeah.
about soup is that you're actually keeping all of that broth in the pot. So you're not losing any nutrients because
Yeah.
you're actually going to eat that broth as well. So if you ever boil a vegetable, then don't throw the broth off. Use that for maybe a vegetable stock or something like that. That way you can have those vitamins in there.
Oh, my mom tells me all the time whenever you're starting to feel sick or you have like real bad sinus stuff, get
didn't
the
think
get the stock.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
stock is really great. Now make sure you get the unsalted one so you're not having an overabundance of salt in there. If you're looking at a label, look for something that is 5% or less of the
I was gonna
of
say
sodium.
I was looking on this one. This one was what, 4?
It's 4%. Yeah, yeah. So it's considered on the lower end if it's 5% or less of sodium. If you're
And
looking
the
at
one
the
on
nutrition
Taylor's
label.
is even 3%.
Yeah, it's even
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah.
These are all wonderful tips. We're out of time. I would love to talk soup all day. I feel like we could. This has been a very super, I'm stealing your pun, segment. April, how can people learn more?
Yeah, so you can go to rouses.com. There's an Eat Right section on there, and you'll have lots of dietitian tips on there as well.
All right, we're going to post this to klaf.com. I'll be right back after this.
About the good old days with my
I know.
grandmother, breaking all the crackers in the soup and
Good
Yeah.
memories. Soup is
Yeah.
just so comforting. I don't care how old you are.
It really
It just
is.
like makes you warm and fuzzy inside.
It
April,
really is.
thank you so
Perfect.
much for being here. We love having
Yes.
you.
Thank y'all so much
Always
for
a
having
pleasure.
me. Yes.
I didn't think of any other jokes. I'm sorry.
There's only so many you can do with soup. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Super.